Hey Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles! County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
Welcome to Eagle Park for today's region matchup between Mauldin and Greenwood. Jim Still, Graham Simpson with you as we are back at Eagle Park for the second time this week. The Eagles were able to avenge their their extra inning loss with a run rule win against North Augusta on Wednesday. For Mauldin, this is just their second game of the week. The Eagles were able to turn the page in the last game, Jim. They had a run rule effort, and that was really the first offensive onslaught we've had all year.
Yeah, much needed offensive onslaught as well, Graham. But, we just what the doctor ordered at the right time. And tonight becomes the biggest game of the season. And I know you're going to get into the standings and everything, but we need a good pitching performance tonight.
Yeah, the Eagles, not only do they need to salvage a game here, they got to keep pace with a lot of teams. Mauldin, Hillcrest, Woodmont, Easley, and J.L. Mann are all within 2 games ahead of the Eagles, and some of them are playing and they're going to beat each other up. But for Greenwood right now, you're tied with Greenville at 1-4, which are the 2 worst records. You got to slowly but surely work your way up and avoid getting swept is, rule 1 of that, just to keep pushing along until you get the hot streak going.
Absolutely. You have to keep pace is what you're trying to say.
Yep.
And that starts tonight. You got to defend home turf, and, losing the game the other night in the fashion that we did with Luke going 7 innings, that was tough with 12 strikeouts, but we got to find someone to step up tonight.
Well, the Eagles and Mauldin Mavericks will lock horns for the second time this week. Back on Tuesday, it was a classic. It was a 2-1 win in 8 innings for Mauldin. We got to catch up with head coach Chase Pridgeon prior to this game and with the Eagles clubhouse report. And we mentioned Bice on the mound, and also there's a lineup change, not necessarily in the batting order, but the defensive alignment today. We get in that and a whole lot more with Coach Chase Pridgeon. Let's take a listen.
Here with the Eagles Clubhouse Report, talking to Bentley Setzler today.
Family, your assets, and your home.
Welcome to Eagle Park, home of your Greenwood High School Eagles. Tonight we would like to welcome the Mauldin Mavericks to the field. It's now time to introduce the starting lineups. First for the visiting Mavericks. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 2, Carson Mirabelli. Batting second and pitching, number 13, Ethan Cooker. Batting third, number 3, playing right field, Brennan New. Batting fourth and playing second base, number 5, Brandon Romp. Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 16, Ethan Sancelli.
Eagles Clubhouse Report here with head coach Chase Pridgeon. We lost this team in extra innings. Obviously, you want to win every game, but losing on a walk-off this week at their place, they're coming here. Does that give any extra ledger to this matchup?
Absolutely. Well, any night we take the field, it's a big game. But when a region opponent steps on, it makes it even more. And losing 2-1 on a walk-off when we had every opportunity to win, like that one stung. But we have, like I said all the time, it's a new day, and this team's locked in. Our team's ready to go. So I have full intentions of going out here tonight and winning this ball game.
We had a midweek non-region, which we won in 5 innings against North Augusta. You were wanting to turn the page. Seemed like you did that pretty well, putting up 14 runs. What do you think the offense did differently on Wednesday?
They just stayed locked in the whole game, and they worked on whatever we worked on in practice and then during BP. That translated to the game, and they saw the fruit of their labor, and we came out and we swung the bats really well. And we just got to build off that momentum that we had on Wednesday night and just keep it going tonight.
Not really a change to the batting order today, but there was a change in the defensive alignment. Ben Bundrick playing second base. What was the move there for you?
Well, he can play anywhere. He played shortstop every game last year on JV, so there's no question that he can do it. And toyed around with some other ideas, but when Landon and Jaden and Tristan are in the outfield for us, it's tough to let a ball fall. I mean, because they all can just absolutely fly, and Ben can fly too. But out of those three, in the last 2 years, he's played the most infield. I know Landon has played some shortstop for us this year, but Ben's done it the most, I would say. So just going to give him an opportunity there tonight, because throughout the course of the season, that's been his position that we've been trying to find a mainstay at. And if he can get it done, especially when Bice is on the mound, then he might be that guy for that spot.
Speaking of Bice on the mound, what's the keys for him today?
Live low in the zone, get ground balls like he did against Hillcrest. I mean, against Hillcrest, we didn't play very well behind him, but if he throws that two-seam that's going to run in on some hitters, and when you get that two-seam running in on hitters and get some jam bats and get some ground balls, and hopefully that's what we'll get.
Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck out there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It's a Friday night at Eagle Park. Glad you could join us wherever you may be listening across Eagle Nation. Graham Simpson, Jim still with you as the Eagles lost 2-1 in extra innings against Mauldin on Tuesday back at their place. We talked to Coach Pridgeon about that, but no matter which way you shuffle up this game, the loss Tuesday stings, and it adds a little bit extra oomph to this offense today, or at least it should.
Yeah, it should. It should be a motivating factor for the Eagles. And, you know, as bad as that one stung on Tuesday, if you lose tonight, this one's going to sting really bad. So you got to go out there and put your best game together at home on this Friday night.
Will Bice, another Friday start for him. He will face Carson Mirabelli. The shortstop will lead off for Mauldin. Ethan Cooker, their pitcher, will bat second, with Brendan New, the right fielder, batting third. They'll all be due up in the first inning. Brandon Romp, who was the DH, will bat fourth again, but now he is playing second base on Game 2 of the series. Ethan Sancelli will be the DH batting fifth. Batting sixth, Miles Welch will be in left field. Daniel Zielinski will be the first baseman batting seventh, and C.J. Edwards will be the center fielder batting eighth, with Caleb Cox, the catcher, rounding off the batting order for the Mavericks. So that's Mirabelli, Cooker, New, Romp, Sancelli, Welch, Zalesnik, Edwards, and Cox. For Greenwood, Will Bice on the mound, the right-hander, making his fourth start this year. He's thrown 11 2/3 innings. He's given up 16 hits, 11 earned runs. He struck out 11, and he's still looking to get back into some form. Last time he was pitching here at Eagle Park, we always talk about it. It gives and it takes away. And he had some long balls that probably aren't home runs at any other ballpark. But it happens to him at home. He's looking for some better fortune this time around against the Mavs.
He is, and we're going to have to match their effort on the mound. I thought they pitched very well, 8 innings of solid ball by them. So let's see if we can repeat that.
Will Bice is set the first pitch. Uses the off-speed for a called strike to Carson Mirabelli. Well, the Eagles in their pinstripe uniforms once again, the white-on-white pins, Greenwood across the chest in black. Here's the 0-1. Slider just off the plate, a ball and a strike for Bice. They got the black bird hats on today, the same combination they wore in the win against North Augusta. A ball and a strike to the Maverick shortstop. The pitch, swing and a miss. Had some high heat. Bice ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes to open up this ball game. The Mavericks in their orange tops. They have Mauldin and cursive front across the chest in black with white numbers on both the front and the back, and the white pants. The 1-2 from Bice. That is poked shallow to right. Bentley puts his glove out, and it drops foul. Well, that was a close play just over the first base bag, but it just veered about 6 inches into foul territory. We'll do the 1-2 again.
Yeah, that was a great effort by Bentley, and maybe that's a good sign, a fortune of luck there, because that ball, as you mentioned, barely missed being fair.
First batter of the top of the first inning. Bice ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. The right-hander kicks and deals. Off the plate with a fastball. Glove side miss. Evens the counts. Carson Mirabelli led off on Tuesday. Was 1 for 4 with a strikeout. The 2-2 on its way. That's a bouncer to third. Pate waits on it. Collects and throws, and he gets the out at first.
Nice 5-3 put out. I really like how Jameson gets the ball out of his glove quickly. Some third basemen like to show off their arm, and he's really quick to get that ball out. Well done.
We started at 6:27 today, 3 minutes ahead of schedule. Here's Ethan Cooker, a left-handed hitter, facing Bice, 1 away in the top of the first. No score. The pitch. Fastball called for a strike, caught the outside corner. Ethan Cooker, it will be the pitcher today for Mauldin. So he's getting a good look at what the zone will be like as Bice got a generous call on the outside. He's ahead, no balls and a strike, 1 out, top of the first. Bice winds and delivers. There's another fastball that catches the zone. Outside portion, he's quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Love his location early. If he can live on the corners, he'll have some success.
Bice has been slicing and dicing, deals the 0-2. Off-speed fouled away to the screen.
A beautiful day today, Graham. We got up to 79. I think it was 77 at the start, 78.
Yep, 78 and sunny. 0-2 again. That one rides high, a ball and 2 strikes. The wind is pushing slightly in, but virtually no breeze here today. Bice is set. Here's the pitch. In the air to center field. Jaden Adams backpedals, and now he will camp under and safely make the catch in deep center. 2 outs for Will Bice in the top of the first inning. No score between Greenwood and Mauldin.
Good job that time by Will. Getting ahead in the count, nibbling on the corners. Good start. He gets in trouble, as most pitchers do, when they get behind in the counts and have to surrender the plate. But good job by Will.
Here is Brennan New. He's playing right field today. The right-hander stands in. The pitch. Swing and a miss at an inside off-speed from Bice. Another first pitch strike for Will today.
Yes, sir. That's going to be important.
Brennan New, the sophomore, ready to receive. And he pokes one out to right. That one's tracking deep, but it'll be playable for Tristan Lewis, who ranges 4 steps to his left and makes the catch. A 1-2-3 first inning for Will Bice. That's a good sign, as the Eagles will send Landon Still, Jaden Adams, and Bentley Setzler due up for the bottom half of the first. It's Mauldin nothing, and Greenwood to the plate when we come back on WZLA.
Hey, Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles. County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
Will Bice tossed a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the first. The Eagles coming to the plate for the first time today as they will be facing the lefty on the mound, Ethan Cooker. Well, Landon Still will lead off in left field. Jaden Adams behind him in center. Bentley Setzler also due up in the first. He's back at first base today with Rhett Brown in the catching position again. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Jamison Pate stays batting fifth in the order at the hot corner. Luke Godwin at short today batting sixth. Tristan Lewis gets the start in right field batting seventh. Will Bice, the pitcher, behind him in the eighth spot. And Ben Bundrick rounds off the batting order at second base. So lefty on the mound. We got a right-handed hitting lineup, but it will start with the lefty Landon Still.
Well, he greeted the lefty the other night in spectacular fashion. Let's see if we can do something similar. So we got a loose dog back behind left field coming up on the practice field. I hope someone's with him.
Yeah, there is a dog out there.
Oh, okay. There's some adults out there.
Okay, we got it covered. Here's the first pitch to Landon Still, and that one bounces to the plate on a yanked fastball by Cooker.
Landon would have killed me had he hit another first pitch home run, and we're scoping out the dog.
Landon is going to have to get the sliding mitt out of his back pocket and give it to Coach Wells Gunner.
Huh. That's odd. I wonder, was he asked to do that?
I believe the umpire at his discretion said that his go to the first base coach. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Landon takes a strike on a fastball on the outside corner. So Landon had a first pitch home run in the bottom of the first against North Augusta. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Another yanked fastball, glove side by the lefty. 2 balls and a strike to Landon. Batting .515 this year. 17 hits. This is his 34th AB. The 2-1. Swing and a miss down in the zone. Counts now 2-2. Landon was 1 for 4 with a triple on Tuesday, and that triple was in his first plate appearance. 2-2 hurled. That's a dribbler bounced high back to the mound. It's a slow one, and the throw is not in time. That was hit so high in the air and softly that Landon got up the line quickly. No play for Cooker, the pitcher, who got to it. And Landon looks like he's holding his right hamstring as he is safe at first. Well, the Eagles have a base runner, no score in the bottom of the first inning. It's Landon Still who gets the infield single to get us started. Now Jaden Adams to the plate, right-handed hitting center fielder.
That extends Landon's hitting streak to 12 games.
And this is the 12th game of the season for Greenwood, if anybody's wondering. So you can do the math on that. Jaden Adams. Nobody out, runner at first, no score. We're in the bottom of the first inning from Eagle Park on this beautiful Friday. Here's the pitch. Bunt showed. He stabs at it. It's called a strike. Another good crowd trickling into Eagle Park. Parking lot is full.
Yeah, great venue for a baseball game, and I imagine a really fun park to play at if you're a visiting team.
And they'll throw back to first. Landon slides in safe. Well, he is going to, the pitcher, Cooker, is going to know all about that sun as the lefty on the mound.
We run into it every game here.
Jaden Adams bats from the right side, the 0-1. Takes a ball high and away, another fastball from Cooker. Well, Jaden Adams had some good news around lunchtime yesterday. made his commitment to Presbyterian College down in Clinton, South Carolina.
Yeah, PC picking up not only a good player, but a good person.
Another pickoff move to first. This time Landon stands in safe.
There it is. Oh, no.
And Cooker, the pitcher, can't get to it. Landon takes off to second, and he is tagged out. Wow.
Yeah.
The throw back to the pitcher got lost in translation because of the sun. Landon was trying to have some heads-up base running, noticed it, and then Cooker quickly picked up the ball from the grass and fired it to second in time. So Landon tried to steal a bag unsuccessfully, and there's one away. Nobody on the base paths now, and a 1-1 count. The pitch right up the middle, and it's into center field, a base hit for Jaden Adams. And he will replace Landon at first.
That's why it hurts so bad. I mean, you know, it's such an important game, and I understand what you're trying to do there, Landon, but you can't be that aggressive. Well, you called it. The sun is directly in the pitcher's eyes. Our players know that, and I'm sure they've been instructed to watch for that throwback to the pitcher. We've seen pitchers struggle with that throwback from first, but
Bentley Setzler stands in and takes a first pitch ball high in the zone. 1 out, 1 on, no score bottom of the first between the Mavericks and the Eagles.
If you don't go there, you have first and third with no outs.
1-0 pitch to Setzler. He takes another ball up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Base running for the Eagles has not been a strength this year.
No.
Got picked off in a huge moment in the game at Mauldin. 2-0. Ball 3 up high. Same spot on the miss for Cooker. And the good news for the Eagles is that even though there is 1 out, they got back-to-back hits to lead off the game.
Yep.
The offense is 2 for 2 so far, and Bentley has a 3-ball, no-strike count. And there's ball 4.
Good eye. Good eye.
It was low and inside. There was no chance Bentley was going to swing, and Cooker could not take the free strike. So he's given up 2 hits and a walk to the first 3 batters. The Eagles and Mauldin Mavericks still no score, bottom of the first inning, but Greenwood have runners at first and second, and here comes Rhett Brown to the plate.
Doesn't look quite like the beast we saw on Tuesday night on the mound for Mauldin. So
first pitch, Brown takes a strike down the middle. Fastball from Cooker, a strike he desperately needed.
Yeah, the Eagles would be really in good shape here, but we got to move past that.
Lefty-righty matchup. Cooker is set and delivers. There's another strike, middle of the plate. 0-2 to Rhett Brown. He was 1 for 3 with a double and a walk on Tuesday. That was his second double of the year. Now has 3 extra base hits, one of those being a grand slam at Eagle Park. The pitch swung on and popped up foul, out of play towards the right side. It'll stay no balls and 2 strikes to Brown.
Good job that time by Rhett, staying alive on a pretty good fastball. And let's get the Cooker while we can. I don't like to let pitchers settle in.
Still 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It was a drop third, but there's a runner occupying first, so it doesn't matter. And there's 2 down now as Rhett Brown is down by way of the K. Here comes Jamison Pate in a big spot. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And that's got to be a big momentum shift for Cooker on the mound to get that strikeout after he struggled through the first 3 batters. A single to Still, a single to Adams, and then a walk to Setzler.
Yeah, he's got to feel very fortunate to be in this position, as you mentioned, Graham, with 2 outs. And going back to Landon's attempt to steal second there, I mean, the ball just didn't get as far away from Cooker as I thought Landon maybe thought it would. But good hustle play, but let's see. Hope it doesn't come back to haunt us here.
Jamison Pate has 5 hits this year. One of them came on Tuesday. And that was against Brandon New. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A change up low that time from Cooker.
He's got good movement and is fooling our right-handed hitters. What's he got hanging out of his helmet there, Graham? Right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. He's down 0-1, and the lefty steps off to take a peep at Adams. I believe that might be a piece of tape or a flap. That's hanging on to his right ear hole on his helmet. That's Pate as he stands in the righty's batter's box and swings and pops one up foul over the screen, headed towards our way and over the press box. Another 0-2 count for Cooker. And now he's a strike away from stranding 2 base runners. And boy, that out of Landon still on the base paths might avoid disaster for Mauldin here in the first.
Be nice to have bases loaded, 1 out instead of first and second with 2.
Pitch just missed the outside. A gutsy take from Pate with 2 strikes, and now it's 1-2. That must have been a ball and a half away.
What a pitch, though. Great pitch at 0-2.
Yeah, the lefty starter on the mound for Mauldin, Ethan Cooker, will step off again as Adams was dancing off second. He made his 3-step lead turn into a 5-step lead, and that got the attention of the Mauldin pitcher.
I like it. You can still be aggressive and smart at the same time.
Cooker set the 1-2. Foul tip by Pate, held on by the catcher Cox, and the Eagles leave 2 on the base paths, and they do not score in the first inning. We'll head to the second. 0-0 from Eagle Park. You're listening to Greenwood Baseball on WZLA.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Ayers, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asblawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
Back here from Eagle Park, no score as we enter the second inning. Will Bice on the mound was marvelous in the first 3 batters he faced. Sat him down in order in the top half of the first inning. Threw 13 pitches, 10 of them were strikes. But he got a ground ball and 2 fly-out outs. He'll face 4, 5, and 6. It'll start with the second baseman, Brandon Romp. He was the designated hitter in Tuesday's game and had 2 hits, one of them being a double. He'll dig in from the right side, facing the right-handed starter, Will Bice, who's making his 4th start this year for the Eagles. And he'll deal the first pitch of the second inning. Inside, and he gets the call.
Wow, we'll take it.
Tell Romp with a little squeeze of frustration.
As a pitcher, you take what the umpire gives you.
0-1 from Bice. He just missed off the outside, so it's an inside-heavy zone today.
It appears to be.
That's where our home plate umpire is set up. That's what it is for now. Here's the 1-1 from Bice. That's a ground ball to third, inside the bag and down the line, heading towards the corner. Landon Still will pick it up, fire the throw into the cutoff man Godwin. His throw to second, not in time. It's a leadoff double for Brandon Romp. He's got 3 hits in this series, and 2 of them have been for extra bases.
He's romping all over the Greenwood Eagles pitchers, and a nice leadoff double just inside the bag or over the bag.
Yeah, really no play for Pate. It was a sharply hit ground ball, just took 2 bounces and then raced into the outfield. And Landon Still did a good job to get to it quickly, made it a closer play at second than Romp probably thought. Another time, the Mavericks will have to get the sliding mid out of the back pocket. That happened to Landon Still in the first inning. And now Ethan Sancelli, the DH for Mauldin, digs in from the right side. He's got a runner at second, nobody out, no score. Bice from the stretch for the first time will step off. Him and Brown need to get on the same page. And Rhett will come to the mound for a quick chat with Bice. Rhett is pitched, or he has caught every pitch from Bice this season. He's caught every pitch thrown by an Eagle this year.
He certainly has, and he's been a workhorse.
Here's the pitch to Sancelli, and he takes a strike from Bice. There is no real backup catcher on the roster. If it were to happen, probably Will Bice.
Probably so.
Who's pitching now. But we hope we never get to that point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and tight for ball one.
And
there's 3 catchers on JV, 3
Yeah.
catchers on the C team, but only 1 on varsity.
That's such an important position due to circumstances beyond our control. I mean, we're just kind of thin there this year. And
Runner at second, nobody out. The pitch, ground ball. Actually, that's a foul ball to the screen. And now it's 1-2.
Rhett's doing a good job, a commendable job, and honestly, probably forced into action a little bit. Certainly probably wouldn't be our everyday catcher, but has done nice.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled back to the backstop again by Sancelli, the DH. A good battle here between Bice and Sancelli. No score between Greenwood and Mauldin. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second, though, for the Mavs. That's Brandon Romp, who's at second base. He led off the inning with a double down the line. 1-2 from Bice. Got him swinging. Good job by Rhett Brown to hold on to the slight foul tip, and the DH is down by way of the K. The first one of the start for Will Bice. There's 1 on second and 1 out. There's the left fielder, Miles Welch, who had the walk-off single in the 8th inning on Elliott Lance to win the game 2-1 for Mauldin a couple days ago. Fresh in the minds of all these Eagles. Bice deals a strike on the outside. First pitch fastball has been working for Will today.
Yeah, Will looks completely in command of his location, which is important and really looks the best I've seen him all season.
0-1. Bunt shown, pulled back, called strike. A nice off-speed from Bice. And now Miles Welch down. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, his cousin, Tristan Lewis, is in right field today.
Really?
Yeah, how about that? A little family affair at the ballpark.
How'd you get that nugget?
That's from Coach Pridgeon, the 0-2. That is a flare to shallow center. Jaden Adams ranges in on a jog, makes the catch, runners hold. And there's 2 outs with a runner at second.
What a nice job Will Bice has done here. After giving up the leadoff double, he settled in, got a punch out, and then got a lazy fly ball to short center field. Now you got to get that elusive third out.
Here's Daniel Zalesnik, the first baseman, batting with 2 out, a runner at second for the Mavs. Bice has retired the last 2, and the first pitch to the righty first baseman. Rides inside for a ball. First pitch heater has been used for a strike numerous occasions by Bice, not the case that time. Zalesnik, starting for the first time in this series, had a pinch hit appearance in the 7th inning of the game on Tuesday. He's ready for the 1-0. Ground ball bounce, tie to third, over the head of Pate. Godwin, the shortstop, backs it up. That keeps Romp at third, and just a single for Zalesnik.
Yes, nothing Jamison could do there, but a nice job by the senior Luke Godwin ranging over and stopping that ball before it found its way into left field, which would have been trouble and given the Mauldin Mavericks a 1-0 lead. So as of right now, it's still a scoreless ball game.
Here comes C.J. Edwards, the center fielder. He'll bat from the left side. Runners on the corners with 2 outs, no score. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Will Bice, the Greenwood Eagles starter on the mound, works from the stretch and will step off to look at first. No throw. The Eagles have picked off 1 runner this year. It was Will Bice against Crescent.
Really?
With that same exact move he just had there. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Tell you, he's doing a nice job keeping it low in the zone. You see a lot of ground balls early, and that's a good sign.
1-0. That one just missed, tying away. 2 balls and no strikes. Bice really wanted that one. Second base is unoccupied at the moment. Runners at first and third for the Mavs with 2 outs in the top of the 2nd. Still scoreless. The 2-0 pitch. Fly ball foul, left side, over the third base dugout. And that hits the roof of the Eagles' batting cage for strike one. Eagles 1-4 in region play. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right to Bentley at first. He'll step on the bag, and that creates the third out. A sharp ground ball that Setzler takes care of, and it keeps us scoreless heading to the home half of the second inning. You're listening to Greenwood Baseball on WZLA.
Hey, Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles! County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Heirs, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asvlawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Back here at Eagle Park, where it's a scoreless ball game between Mauldin and Greenwood. Luke Godwin will lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Eagles. It'll be Tristan Lewis and Will Bice also due up in the frame. Ethan Cooker on the mound, the lefty deals. And the first pitch, foul ball by Luke Godwin. On an outside fastball by Cooker. The lefty really likes the arm side. He came into this game a little erratic. That first pitch bounced to Landon Still, but ever since then, here's the pitch. Bunt shown, it's just fouled down the first base line by Luke Godwin. He's down 0-2.
Good idea. Would have been a hit had it stayed fair. And love the hustle from Luke as always.
Back to Cooker. He had two singles to start off the first inning and then a walk to Bentley. Of course, that out on the base paths helped, but two strikeouts to end the first inning after Greenwood were threatening. Good sign for the Mauldin starter. He's trying to strike out Luke Godwin here to lead off the second inning. He's ahead, no balls and two strikes. And the pitch. Upstairs with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes to Luke Godwin.
I think the sun's rough on the players. Our Greenwood spectators are having a hard time.
There's another ball, the fastball away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's just brutal for like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. It's really tough.
Sun setting behind the buildings. The 2-2. That's ball 3 up high. Godwin a good eye. He's worked it back from 0-2 to 3-2 to lead off the bottom of the second. No runs by either team. Both teams have had 2 hits and 2 runners left on base so far. Godwin, the right-handed hitter, ready for the 3-2. Swing and a miss, a strikeout, the 3rd in a row now for Cooker dating back to the first inning, and there's 1 down.
Ball's biting hard and in on the righties, and they're just swinging over the top of it. And good stuff by Cooker, and good start to the bottom of the second for the Mavericks.
Here comes Tristan Lewis, currently on a hit streak of his own. He's batting .333. Stands in the right-hander's batter's box. The first pitch is outside for a ball. Another first pitch heater.
Good to see Tristan's average trickle up north. And
1-0. Swing and a miss. Chase it away.
and we knew it would. He's just that kind of athlete. It's just a matter of repetition for him, and he can help this team.
Here's the 1-1. Tristan takes a fastball at the knees for a called strike. He's down 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score, bottom second. Mavericks have 1 out. Eagles nobody on the base paths, and Lewis receives the 1-2. Fouls it back. A good fight off by Tristan.
Yeah, he's getting more and more comfortable up there. Let's see how he can battle on this 1-2 count. See if he can stay alive.
The 1-2 popped up. It'll stay on the infield. Shallow second base. It'll be the first baseman to come in and make a catch from his knees. Zalesnik called off everybody. And Tristan is the second out of the frame. Those 2 down, nobody on the base paths, no score between the Mavs and the Eagles.
So we've seen that play a couple of times. On an infield fly in baseball, the shortstop becomes the center fielder. It's his to go get. And that time the shortstop looked like he was in a little bit of trouble, asked for help really with his body language, and nice play by the first baseman to come across and get it.
First pitch to Bice, swing and a miss. Pitcher versus pitcher right here. Bice won the first matchup as Cooker had a fly ball to shallow center. Here's the 0-1. There's a ball to Bice. We have Jackson Vickers at third base for Mauldin. Mirabelli the shortstop. 1-1 inside for a ball. Romp is the second baseman with Zalesnik the first baseman. Cox is the battery mate of Cooker. 2 balls and a strike to Bice, the lefty-righty matchup, and the pitch rides away for ball 3. Good at bat from Bice.
Good eye.
Yep, and he's got 3 balls and a strike, about a 15% swing on the last pitch. The lefty Cooker deals the pitch. Fouled, and actually, no, it's going to stay in place. Spins off the end of the bat. It's trouble, and it will ride in for a soft hit single for Will Bice. How did that ball not go foul? Had some funky spin that kept it in play, and it hit no man's land in the infield grass, and Bice was safe at first. A stroke of luck with 2 outs for the Eagles gives them a single, their 3rd hit of the game.
Hey, we'll take it any way we can get it. We'll get a pinch runner here for the pitcher Bice. Looks like it's going to be Grayson Ellenberg. But, yeah, good piece of hitting there, man. I mean, you know, not often when you get a break like that. So let's take advantage of it.
That's the first single of the year for Will Bice, his 3rd hit. 2 outs, a runner at first. No score between Mauldin and Greenwood. Cooker, the lefty, deals. Ben Bundrick takes a strike. He's the 9th batter in the order today for Greenwood. Was 1 for 2 with a walk on Tuesday. Swings it from the right side. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's down 0-2.
And at times he's looked really good. And, you know, just typical of a first-year starter on the varsity level. He just kind of lacks consistency at the moment.
The 0-2. There's away with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bundrick making his first start as a varsity player at second base today. We've seen him in left field and right field. First time we're going to see him in the middle infield position. The 1-2. Another fastball low and away.
I want to say this real quick about Ben. I really like Ben's swing. He stays flat through the zone for a long time. It's just he swings at some bad pitches. That's kind of his bugaboo at the moment.
Chokes up on the 2-2. And he takes an inside ball. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Time a glove side miss. Haven't seen that very often from Cooker. Another 3-ball, 2-strike count. This time it's with 2 outs. Runner at first. Ellenberg will get a look back to first, and he slides in safe. Yeah. And this time the first baseman will take a couple steps in an underhand toss to Cooker on the mound.
Is that the biggest home field advantage we have here at Eagle Park, maybe?
The sun. Here's the payoff. Liner that's caught at second base by Romp. And a hard hit line drive will end the frame for Greenwood. They'll leave a runner on the base paths as we will go to the 3rd inning. No score from Eagle Park.
Hey Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles! County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Appreciate you tuning in to today's action between Greenwood and Mauldin. We'll start the third inning as we have breezed past the first two frames. A lot to do with Will Bice, who has faced 8 batters and has only given up 2 hits. He left 2 on, and now he'll face Caleb Cox, the catcher. Righty-righty matchup, the pitch. That is a bouncer to second. Glove by Bundrick on a backhand. His throw takes Bentley off the bag at first, and it'll trickle to the fence. It'll be extra bases. As sliding into second is Cox, or standing, I should say, with an E4.
You see that all too often. Great effort by Ben there to go to the get to the middle of the field to stop that ball, but you concentrate so hard on getting there and getting the ball, you forget to make a good throw, and that time it hurt us.
Another time for Mauldin that their leadoff guy is going to start at second base. They had a double from Romp to start the second, and then a 2-base error will give Caleb Cox at second base.
Keep in mind Ben's out there because Will's on the mound.
Here's the pitch to the leadoff man, Mirabelli. Shows bunt, and it's low and away. A nice backhand stop by Rep Brown, the catcher. That's to keep the courtesy runner at bay at second.
Ben being a nice utility player, sliding over to Will's home spot.
Tucker Rice is at second base, courtesy running for the catcher Cox. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch to Mirabelli. Slider to just missed away. 2 balls, no strikes for Bice. No score between Greenwood and Mauldin. We're in the top of the third. Bice peeks at the runner at second. Kicks and deals. Another bunt shown. Pulled back. A called strike.
Yeah, good job that time, Bice has been living all over the plate and got behind in this at bat. Don't want to do that to the leadoff guy.
Here's the pitch. Bunt stabbed at, and he did not go around. 3 balls and a strike. They call that a check swing. From Carson Mirabelli, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 today. Ground ball to third. Here's the 3-1. Bunt laid down, first base side. Bentley, the first baseman, charges. Throws to Bundrick, the second baseman, covering the first base bag for the out. And the runner advances to third on the sack bunt. So there's 1 out, runner 90 feet away. That's Tucker Rice now.
Nice job by Greenwood's bunt defense. Bentley quick to the ball. Good bunt by them, and nice play by Ben getting over to cover the bag. Just well done. And now, as you mentioned, they got the go-ahead run 90 feet away, and we draw our infield in.
Here's the pitcher, the lefty. Cooker swings, and he sends the first pitch in foul territory left side. Pate, the third baseman, gives it a run. It just bounces right in front of his feet. He had his back towards home plate trying to track the ball that went over his head. And he nearly got to it. There's strike 1 into Ethan Cooker. He's 0 for 1 with a fly ball to shallow center today.
Yeah, for those watching on YouTube, I apologize. That play was really close. We didn't get the camera. We're missing our camera guy, or guys.
Yes, infield comes in, of course. Runner at third, 1 out the pitch. Ground ball up the middle to score run. That was beat the drawn-in infield, and a single for Ethan Cooker, who gives himself a run, and that makes it a 1-0 lead for the Mavericks.
Well, when you can give yourself a run, that's pretty good, and Cooker did a nice job of hitting there. Not sure I'm a fan of drawing the infield in this early. They could have had a second out there, but
runs are at a premium, just a 2-1 game in 8 innings. On Tuesday, here's the pitch. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, a strike. Throw takes Bundrick to the left of the second base bag, and a nice stolen base for Jacob Howell, who's courtesy running for Cooker, the pitcher.
Yeah, just no secret. Teams are going to run on us. I mean, that's just what they do. And
runner at second now with 1 out. Here's the pitch by Bice. That's poked up and foul, first base side. Rhett Brown gives it a run, but it will find the seats. There's strike 2. Brennan New at the plate, the right fielder. Boy, he pitched to Jim on Tuesday. Went 6 very good innings. Was mowing down some Eagle hitters.
Big prospect as a sophomore.
The tall right-hander stands in. He's down 0-2. 1 out, runner at second. And a 1-0 lead now for the Mavericks. Bice works from the stretch, kicks and deals. Ground ball to short. It's a low hopper to Luke Godwin. Sidearm throw to first, and it's in time to beat New. The runner, Jacob Howell, advanced to third base.
Nice play by Luke. That ball took a tricky bounce there at the end, and he made a nice adjustment. And I was about to say, it's just important that we get an out here and see if we can get the final out, leave a man stranded.
Runner at third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Bice sends it to the backstop, and there will be another run as the runner from third scores. That was Jacob Howe, who was courtesy running for Cooker, who had the RBI single earlier in the inning, and now the bases are clear with 2 outs. But it is a 2-0 lead for the Mavs. Both of those runs coming in this frame.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do there.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Brandon Romp. Misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. Romp 1 for 1 with a double down the line. His first time up.
He's been an Eagle killer, but that's why it's so important to get runners on third in high school baseball.
2-0. Fly ball to shallow right. Trailing towards the line. The first baseman, Bentley Setzler, ranges over to make the catch. Bentley covering a lot of ground at first base, and they get the infield pop-up to foul territory to conclude the inning. But it was 2 runs to come across for Mauldin. They'll take a 2-0 lead. Home half of the third when we come back on WZLA.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Ayers, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asblawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Back here at Eagle Park as the Eagles gave up 2 runs to Mauldin in the last half inning. It's now 2-0 for the Mavs. Greenwood will send out the top of their order, featuring Landon Still to lead off the third. He's 1 for 1 with a single today, but Greenwood now trailing for the first time. And Cooker on the mound, the lefty deals. And he delivers a first pitch strike into Landon Still. Well, we had some good music choice in between the innings. Sweet Home Alabama. We got some good March Madness talk in the latest Coach's Chair podcast. That's a number to third, taken by Vickers. His throw from the infield grass is just in time to beat Still by a step and a half, one down.
Yeah, Landon's hit a couple off the end of the bat there and needs to get up closer to the plate against the lefty who's throwing a lot of pitches that are breaking away to the lefties and into the righties.
Jaden Adams coming to the plate. One out, nobody on. 2-0 for the Mauldin Mavericks.
Graham, I think it's important Greenwood answers here. I mean, especially with the top of the lineup. And
that one just missed. Ball 1 to Adams.
Kind of low on confidence from what happened the other night in extra innings. Mauldin takes a 2-0 lead. We need to come back with an answer.
1-0 is hit well. A towering fly ball to left, but it will stay in the park, and it takes Welch all the way near the base of the wall, and a deep fly out to left center for Jaden Adams.
Yeah, he just missed a home run, and that would have been huge for us, but let's see what Bentley can do here with 2 away.
The F7s hits down Adams. And now Bentley Setzler is the last hope for Greenwood in the third. Cooker deals. First pitch low and in to Bentley Setzler, who took a walk his first time up. That's now 9 base on balls for Bentley this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Checks his swing, and it's a called strike inner portion. Counts even at 1. Bentley leads the team in walks with 9 of them. The pitch, that's outside. Bentley's on an on-base streak of 10 games.
Well, we need him on base right now.
Yes. He needs to get on base to extend the inning. He's ahead 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. That's slap left field towards the line. Fair ball. And it'll bounce all the way to the base of the wall in the left field corner. Bentley motors to second with a stand-up double.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. Nice piece of hitting by Bentley. He continues to have a good senior season, and let's see if we can do it with 2 here. Rhett's very capable of tying this ball game up with 1 swing.
Second double of the year for Bentley Setzler. He stands at second with 2 outs and a 2-0 lead for Mauldin. Here comes Rhett Brown, the catcher. Facing Cooker, the lefty. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short, taken on a couple hops by Mirabelli. His throw is high, takes the first baseman off the bag, but Zielinski will step on it before Brown will reach first. Now a nice 6-3 put out for the Mavs. That'll end the frame for Greenwood, who put 1 on the base paths but failed to drive them in. We'll head to the 4th inning, and the Mavericks holding a 2-0 lead here on WZLA.
Living room turning into an icebox? We'll be right there. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, we're always on time or you don't pay a dime. Call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourheatandair.com. Each location independently owned and operated. Licensed in their respective state or county.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Seagulls baseball on WZLA, where Mauldin leading 2-0 as we start the 4th frame here from Eagle Park. Will Bice ran into a little bit of trouble in that last inning, and all 2 Mauldin runs came in the 3rd as we start the 4th now.
Yeah, as we get to the middle innings here, Graham, the biggest difference is timely hitting. We've seen it be a bugaboo for us all season. We just can't seem to come up with the big hit when needed, and Mauldin, to their credit, has put some men on base, and when they needed it, they've got it.
Will Bice will face 5, 6, and 7 due up in the Maverick order.
Bice has pitched well for the Eagles here tonight. Kept this lineup in check for the most part. And again, our offense has got to do their job.
It'll start off with the DH, Ethan Sancelli. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Bats from the right side. The right-hander Bice delivers the pitch. And that is cranked foul. He turned around on an off-speed. And watch out over there.
Yeah, that was dangerous. He got some kids playing on the hill, and they're oblivious to what's going on in the game. And that one was a scorcher.
Wow. Strike one. Bice shakes Brown's call once, twice. Finally decides on a sign and delivers the 0-1. Fastball that is corkscrewed to Luke Godwin at short. One hops, backhand throw is in time to Bentley, who stretches for the outs.
Yeah, nice play by Luke, going deep into the 6-hole, planted his feet, showed off his arm, and put a star about that one. That might be the play that get us back in this ball game.
Here comes Miles Welch. He's 0 for 1, a fly ball to center. One out, top of the fourth, and a 2-0 lead for the Mavericks. And the first pitch is a strike into Welch.
Tough time of the day. You see the shadows creeping across the field if you're watching on YouTube. And
0-1 pitch from the wind. Swing and a miss. Welch down 0-2.
Look at our third baseman, Jamison, and then Landon out in left field. And Luke, to some extent, they're really battling the sun here.
The pitch. Slider just missed. Had some nice break to it by Bice. That was breaking away to the righty. Now it's a 1-2 strike count. Here's the offering. Just high, and it's 2-2. Bice retired the first batter of this frame, got a ground ball out to his shortstop. Now here's the 2-2 pitch to Welch. Just low with an off speed. About 2 inches below the knees of the Mavericks left fielder. And now he's worked it to a full count. One out, nobody on the base paths. Big pitch coming from Bice. That is hit over the shortstop, Luke Godwin. It'll touch the gap in left center field. Landon still gets to it. Welch is thinking two. Throw comes into second, not in time. And a sliding double with one away for Welch.
Yeah, great job by Landon getting to the ball in the gap. He actually beat Jaden over there, slid and got the ball in. Would have been a bang-bang play. Ben was kind of over on the shortstop side of second, was unaware the base runner was coming and kind of let up for a second.
Here's Zalesnik, the first baseman. 1 on, 1 out, the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike from Bice. One thing we've seen that's been consistent for Will today is that first pitch strike.
Yeah, he's doing a great job getting ahead there. How big was that play by Luke now?
Yeah.
Saved the run. Possibly.
Here's the pitch. That rides away. Ball and a strike. Yeah, Luke had a great 6-3 put out deep in the 6 hole. That was to retire Sancelli, the leadoff man in this inning, and then Welch cracked a double in a 3-2 count. Now it's Zalesnik, and he's ahead 2-0 after that last pitch missed by Will Bice. It's 2-1, excuse me.
Yeah, Will is looks to be laboring a little bit here in the middle innings.
Stretches and deals. Runner takes off. Pitches down the middle. Should be a strike. Welch slides in safely to third. And they were going to call that a ball that Will Bice just delivered to Zalesnik. And it's 3-1 with a runner at third now after the stolen base. That's the second stolen bag today for the Mavericks. The Eagles have now given up 35 stolen bases this year.
Yeah, and you know, that is what it is.
Infield comes in, runner at third, the 3-1. Hit to center field. It's going to be plenty deep enough to drive in a run. That'll take Adams all the way back to the wall on a sacrifice fly to make it 3-0 for the Mauldin Mavericks. And there's now 2 outs in the fourth.
Very nice catch by Jaden, but you know, baseball is a game of habits, and you have to be real careful because your opposing coaches are always timing you up and noticing little things. And I was just thinking to myself, we're a little slow to the plate. They picked up on it and swiped third. That's a big stolen base.
A sac fly for Zalesnik's first pitch, ground ball to first, goes in between the legs of Bentley. He'll toss to first. Bice didn't cover the bag in time, and a first pitch ground ball infield single for C.J. Edwards, the center fielder.
Yeah, Greenwood just needs to collect their breaths momentarily here and just calm down. Bentley was there, and it was a weird ball. It almost hit the bag. I think he was anticipating it hit off the bag, and that one got between the wickets a little bit, but then we get this third out.
Here comes Caleb Cox, the catcher, runner at first. That's a line drive to center field. Adams comes in and makes the shoulder height catch. Boy, he sprinted to get that one, a great jump, and that'll conclude the fourth inning. But it'll be a 3-0 lead for Mauldin, and Greenwood will come to the plate in the bottom of the fourth. When we come back, you're listening to Eagle Baseball on WZLA.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Ayers, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asblawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Now, thanks, Bob. Well, today's forecast is a chiller. Looks like we can see record lows in the living room and the dining room, while the kitchen is going to stay cold until late in the evening. All three bedrooms will be freezing, with only occasional warmth from the fireplace to provide little relief.
Living room turning into an icebox? We'll be right there. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, we're always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourheatandair.com. Each location independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Bottom of the fourth from Eagle Park, as one more of insurance was tacked on for Mauldin. They were leading 2-0 heading in to the top of the fourth, and they'll walk out of it with a 3-run lead after they got a sac fly from their first baseman, Zalesnik. And this Eagle offense needs to get going. We're now starting the fourth inning, Jim. No runs put across. We've only scored 1 run against this Mauldin team in what is almost 12 innings now.
Yes, excuse me. It's time to push back if you're Greenwood, and you can't get too far behind us. We see double barrel action in the bullpen. So
first pitch to Pate. Oh, that one goes to the backstop by the lefty starter, which is Ethan Cooker, who's still out there for Mauldin.
And it's always a good thing, Graham, if your opponent can help you out a little bit with some free passes.
Benjamin and Lance both throwing in the pin. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Pate, a half-hearted swing, went about 70% of the way through, and it's 1-1. Pate's leading off the bottom of the fourth, where the Mavericks lead 3-0. Here's the 1-1 pitch from the lefty. Swing and a miss. Chase one down and low in the zone, and now Pate, who struck out earlier, has a 1-2 count to deal with to the Mavericks starter, Ethan Cooker. He's set, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. A strikeout. That fans Pate, and there's one down in the fourth.
Yeah, Pate struggling with the lefty here tonight. We hadn't seen that often this year. He normally does a nice job of putting it in play, and see if the senior can get us going.
Eagles need a spark offensively. Here comes Luke Godwin, the shortstop, batting from the right side. The pitch. Ground ball foul to third, just outside the bag. Tell you, Vickers made a good play on that.
He did, but if that ball would have hit the base and popped up,
yeah,
we need a stroke of good fortune.
It was a foul ball. There's one out, bottom four. 0-1 pitch. Godwin takes one below the knees, and it's 1-1. Luke was 0 for 2 on Tuesday, but he took 2 walks. Something Godwin has been doing this year, the 1-1. That is a little roper that gets past the shortstop into left field. A nice hit for Luke Godwin. We assume that's going to be a hit. Let's see what that scored as. But Godwin just topspin one right to the shortstop, and it was Mirabelli who couldn't field it cleanly. And now Luke Godwin has himself at first base.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's a tough infield. It's real dirt, real turf here. When you hit it hard, good things happen.
Godwin's at first, one out for Tristan Lewis. 3-0 Mauldin. Bottom fourth inning. Another lefty-righty matchup. This time it's Lewis who digs in. Godwin's at first. The lefty deals. Swing and a miss. Godwin took off, and the catcher Cox could never get the exchange cleanly and just ate it. No throw to second. And Godwin gets a stolen base. That's his 5th of the year.
And for back-to-back innings, Greenwood gets a runner in scoring position, this time with only 1 out.
No balls and a strike to Tristan Lewis. The pitch. Popped in the air to shallow right, heading towards the line. Zalesnik, the first baseman, ranges back and makes the catch. Godwin tags up. A long throw from the first baseman goes over the head of Vickers, the third baseman. Godwin comes around and he will score.
That's huge. That's huge. I was thinking great job of tagging up, and you could tell by the trajectory of the ball it was going to be past third base, and that's big. Greenwood strikes a run, and we'll take him how we can get him.
Now batting, pitcher.
A pair of defensive mishaps for Mauldin will give Greenwood the run. And Tristan Lewis had a pop up to the first baseman. There's 2 outs. Will Bice batting with the bases clear. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Bice. We had a weird single, corkscrewed off the end of the bat. In the spin, kept it in fair territory. Here's the 0-1. That one rides high and up in the zone, a ball and a strike. And in no man's land for the Mauldin infield. They could not get Bice out, so he's 1 for 1 on a very unconventional infield single. And Cooker takes a step off. 2 outs, bases clear. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Mauldin back ahead by 2. Greenwood got their first run, and Bice called time. Boy, Cooker is moving very fast.
He is.
And that's only been the case in the last couple of innings. And he deals the 1-1. Bice fouls it right off his back leg. That's 1-2.
No, I'm surprised on that catch by the first baseman there, the dugout, because it happened in front of the Mauldin dugout. They're not yelling at him to eat it and not try to make that throw, but we're glad he did.
Here's the 1-2 to Bice. Popped up, foul. He'll go out of play towards the right side. Bice now with 3 hits this year. He's now 1 for 4 in the series. He's the pitcher today, looking to get some damage done. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. As Cooker pulled the string on him, an inside slider, and Bice fan. Well, the Eagles put a run up in the 4th, led to the 5th. It's back to a 2-run game as you're listening to Eagle Baseball on WZLA.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
Back on Eagle Park, it is 3-1 for Mauldin. Greenwood trying to avenge an extra inning loss they had. That's how crucial this game is. As we took a look at the region standings, Jim, Greenwood not where they want to be, and it starts with a win over Mauldin. They're currently down 2 runs. They need a spark as we get to the latter stages of this game.
Yeah, they do, and maybe they got one there in the bottom of the 4th with the hustle play by Luke Godwin. And you know, we talked about this. It's just a tough region, and you've got to handle business at home, especially against a team that's kind of in the middle of the region standings. You got to hold serve, and a lot of baseball left. We've got 3 more innings, and I expect Greenwood to make a charge here at the end.
9-1-2 due up for Mauldin as we start the top of the 5th inning. So after this batter, it'll be the 3rd time through from Bice. Seemed like Mauldin started to get to him in that last inning. First pitch to the 9-hole hitting catcher. The pitch right down the middle for a called strike.
Good pitch by Bice. We still got some arms available. We got Lance and maybe Jaden Adams out there.
The kick and the pitch popped up to center field. It'll be right to Jaden Adams, who barely has to move to squeeze the first out of the fifth.
Jaden getting some action out there in center field tonight. That's his fourth, I think his fourth put
Yes. Had a couple early ones. Good to get Jaden back into the game. And luckily for him, he didn't have to go all the way back to the fence to collect that one.
That's right. He made a nice play on that ball.
There's the pitch. And it was inside Cooker.
Yeah, it gets tricky when you get through the lineup for the third time.
Another off speed that just missed by Bice, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Righty-lefty matchup, 1 out. 2-run lead for Mauldin in the fifth. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, called for a strike, and it's 2-1.
We'll take it.
RBI single for Cooker his last time up. And he slaps that one to center field, a base hit. He's 2 for 3 today. Jaden Adams collects a single for Cooker.
Looked like the same hit from the previous at-bat by him. So good piece of hitting by Cooker once again.
Back-to-back singles against Bice, and here comes Brennan New. Fly out to right field and a ground ball to shortstop today. He's 0 for 2. He's batting with 1 on and 1 out and a 3-1 lead for his Mavericks. We're in the top of the fifth. Will Bice, the starter, still out there.
All right, we talked about the number of stolen bases we've given up, so Mauldin's trying to get on the same page. I'm sure they want to get their runner in scoring position here with 1 out. Look for him to be on the move.
It's Jacob Howe, the courtesy runner. As Bice takes a look at him, you might see a plethora of pickoff moves here from Bice.
22.
He'll bring it home. Popped up. It'll go behind home plate. Rhett Brown drops the mask, still searching for it, and it will ride the fence. It'll go all the way across the netting, and it barely grazes it to make it a dead ball, but a foul ball would be strike 1.
Seems like we can't catch a break with these.
1 more inch in, and Rhett Brown collects the second out on a pop-up to the catcher, but not the case. Just grazed the net as it was coming down.
We were talking, Wills pitched a heck of a ball game, but we were talking in between the innings there. Kind of surprised he went back out here for the 5th. But if we can get 1 more inning out of him,
that'd be huge.
That would be big.
3-1, Mauldin have a lead, 1 out and 1 on in the 5th. Will Bice still out there on the mound. He's ahead 0-1 to Brennan New, the pitch. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw down to second. Will take Bundrick off the bag. And there is another stolen base for the Mavericks today. That's their 3rd today.
Yeah, it's just tough, you know. Teams are going to pick on us all year with that. We just got to get used to it.
Runner at second now for the Mavs. Bice steals the 0-2. That is a line drive caught by Luke Godwin, the shortstop. He backhands it in midair for the second out of the inning.
Nice play by Luke. Good to see him kind of settle in at that shortstop position. To me, hasn't seemed comfortable there really all year until tonight. I think this has been his most solid defensive game of the season.
2 outs, runner at second, 3-1 lead for Mauldin. Here's the first pitch to Romp. And the righty takes one above the letters. Ball 1 from Bice, 2 outs. He has given up a double in this game to Romp. He sent a screamer down the left field line. Runner at second, the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball right back to the mound. Bice will cover, run a couple steps towards first, underhand toss to Setzler, and he will get out of the 5th unscathed. It's still 3-1 for the Mauldin Mavericks. The Eagles bats need to get to work when we come back. You're listening on WZLA.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, You'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Ayers, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asvlawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Eagles down by 2 runs as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning from Eagle Park. Graham Simpson, Jim, still with you. As Greenwood were able to score one their last time to the plate. But daylight's running out for this offense, Jim.
Yep. Literally and figuratively,
Yes.
yeah. But, well, the sun's going down. You can pick up the ball a little bit better, and hopefully the ball starts flying off these bats. And let's get the 9-hole hitter on board.
They'll lead off with Ben Bundrick in the inning. The first pitch is a fastball away for ball 1. Bundrick is 0 for 1 today. Had a liner to second base, which was caught by Rump. The lefty delivers the 1-0. Ground ball, bounce foul. Actually, no, that's going to stay fair. And then third baseman's going to pick it up. Looked like that was off his foot or something at first. A loud pop off the ground, and a weak ground ball to third will take care of Bundrick.
You can tell Cooker's ball has a lot of movement on it because he's getting a lot of just little softly hit ground balls off the end of bats.
My apologies. That must have been off the end of the bat because the way it sounded as it hit the ground looked like it might have clipped the toe of Bundrick. Of course, not the case as he was out trying to go down the line on a ground ball to third. That's Jackson Vickers, the third baseman, who's not in the order. Here's the first pitch to Landon Still with 1 out. Misses inside. Vickers, who plays quarterback for the football team, only plays third base, does not bat for Mauldin. The 1-0. That one misses low and into Landon Still. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on.
That one looked weird. Kind of held on to that one a little long.
Landon 1 for 2 today. The lefty awaits the pitch. Takes a strike, and it's 2-1. Eagles down 3-1 to the Mavericks. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. The lefty Cooker delivers. And it's 3 balls and a strike after that last pitch missed low.
Yeah, we just got to find a way to get some base runners. And we'd love to get Landon on base and Jaden's bat in the box and be unselfish here.
The 3-1. Swing and a miss.
That was a good pitch, though.
Pulled the string on him. And now the count is full to Landon Still. 1 out, nobody on. Greenwood needing an offensive spark.
Yeah, we need to win these ABs right here.
Lefty-lefty matchup. The full count in the air, right center field. That's tagged by Still at the fence. It is gone. Back-to-back games with a home run for the Lander Bearcat commit, and Landon Still breathes some life into the Greenwood offense.
Yeah, most importantly, though, Graham, I mentioned you got to win those battles. I mean, those big-time battles there, and that's a 3-2 count with 1 out, and you have no momentum, and all of a sudden this game appears to have a different vibe to it here by 1 swing of the bat.
And now it's 3-2. Here comes Jaden Adams. And Landon's been doing some push-ups recently. Home run on Wednesday on the first pitch, and then tonight.
I can't get him in the weight room.
Here's the first pitch to Adams that rides away for ball 1. He muscled that one over the tall fence in right center.
He's really got a nice swing. And get
1-0 pitch. Popped up. It'll stay on the infield. Sky high towards the shortstop. It'll be the third baseman Vickers who calls him off to make the grab, and there's 2 down.
Jaden just missed it once. Again, remember his last at bat, he hit one really to, we don't have a warning track here, but basically to the warning track. That one he got well underneath, but, you know, we just got to, Bentley had a double his last at bat. Let's see if he can stay hot for us.
2 outs, nobody on. A one-run game in the 5th. The first pitch. Setzler takes a strike that touches the outside corner. Good pitch and a good location. As Cooker is set and deals the 0-1. Inside, bounces to the plate. There's ball 1. Bentley's a confident hitter. His double in the last inning came with 2 outs, or the last 2 innings, I should say. He's ready for the 1-1. Fastball away. That time it was a couple inches off the plate and no strike call from Cooker.
After the game the other night, he asked for a hitting tip.
2-1. In the air to right field. It's shallow and playable for New, who comes in and makes the catch.
So I gave him one. I told him to get with his hitting coach.
Fly ball to right field will end the frame for Greenwood, but they put on a run as Landon still goes yard over the right center field fence. We got a 1-run ball game going to the 6th inning. You're listening on WZLA.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
Hey Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles. County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Eagles are able to put up a run in the last half inning with a Landon Still home run. Will Bice still out there on the mound as we start this 6th inning in a 3-2 lead for Mauldin. Jim, we mentioned it, Eagles just need to chip away, but now it's time for a hold for Will Bice.
Yes, a big serve and hold here.
Yep.
As you know, I use this in pickleball all the time. I'm like, just stay in the rearview mirror, keep it close. And I think Greenwood now is in the rearview mirror. They were down 3-0. They're chipping it away. It's a 1-run game, and they can see us. And hopefully we can apply some pressure on them and get back and steal this game in the last 2 innings.
It'll be Ethan Sancelli, the DH, Miles Welch, the left fielder, and Daniel Zalesnik due up for Mauldin. Bice still out there. And the first pitch of the 6th inning is dealt to the DH. And he takes it for a strike high in the zone.
Talk about the job Bice has done, just keeping us in it. I mean, he was hit hard, scattered some hits, but all in all, been pretty effective here tonight.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to the righty Sancelli. Takes the ball and a slider away, 1-1. Yeah, Bice, not necessarily that he was bad in his previous 2 starts against TL Hanna and Hillcrest, just starts to forget. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is hit well over Luke Godwin at shortstop, and it 2 hops into Landon Still, a base hit to left field. Off the bat of the DH, Sancelli.
Yeah, that's kind of what scares you here. I think this is a good move by Coach Pridgeon. This is the part of the lineup, really, Graham,
Yep.
that's really hit Bice pretty well. So good move here. You know, we'll see if we go to the lefty. Yes, we are making a move here, and that's going to be it for Bice. He pitched a heck of a game, gave his team a chance, but we're turning it over to Sam Benjamin.
Now, Sam Benjamin did not pitch on Tuesday against Mauldin. We saw Elliott Lance throwing earlier in the pen, but it's going to be Sam Benjamin's game here with nobody out. 6th inning, there will be a runner at first for the Mauldin Mavericks. As that'll sit down Bice. He'll play in the field, though, at second base.
Yep.
As Benjamin will start his warm-up pitches. He'll face Miles Welch, who was 1 for 2, but he got a double, a stolen base, and scored a run in the 4th inning. And right now, that is a big run because that is the deadlock so far.
Yes, as Wild Thing blares across the loudspeaker, you want to expand on why they're playing that, Graham? with the goggles that Sam wears.
Yeah, it's
He looks like the guy in what's that? Is it Major League? What's Charlie?
yeah. We got the chat coming
Yeah, what's
in.
his name?
We got someone.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's character in Major League. Yeah, he's got the look going on. So perfect song as always. Glenn Perrin and his son Wiley up here manning the PA system, the sound system, doing a great job.
Appreciate you tuning in. Got some YouTube comments to get through. Fred Greenthal, he's chiming in from New York, watching his grandson Camden play for the Eagles. And then, of course, Ben Jalmer chiming in, says, go Eagles. And he also said, hey, Jim.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And Ben, I know Ben plays some pickleball, and we got to get on the court soon. But we appreciate all those that are tuning us in, as always. And we've got people really watching from a lot of different places. Hit that chat box if you can, and let us know where you're watching or listening from. If you are listening to it, we are on YouTube tonight. We have the capacity to do that at our home games, but we do appreciate you listening as well.
The Eagles will have Sam Benjamin as he's finishing up some of his warm-up pitches. The infield defense with a slight change. It'll be Pate and Godwin at third and short. That doesn't change. Bentley Setzler stays at first base, but Will Bice comes in to play second. Ben Bundrick is now scratched from the lineup. Outfield remains with Landon Still in left, Jaden Adams in center, and Tristan Lewis out in right. And by the looks of it, that's the outfield that Coach Pridgeon wants to run with as much as he can this year.
Yeah, that's your best defensive outfield.
All right.
They're all interchangeable, really.
They got three center fielders playing out there in left, left, right, and center. Here's Miles Welch. Sam Benjamin is set, and his first pitch is a strike. Sam's not going to throw the crazy velocity. He's going to paint the outside.
He's got to be ready to cover the bunt here. I know Jameson was charging as well, but they're on the move.
Welch shows bunt. The 0-1 pitch. There's a strike in there for a called one. I'm not sure what Welch was doing. He pulled back on a fastball that was right down the middle, and now he's got two strikes. We'll see if he bunts here.
Yeah, that was a perfect ball to bunt if you want to push it out toward first, which you do here.
The 0-2 from Benjamin. Popped up foul over our heads. It was in on the hands of Welch, who barely got a piece of it.
You didn't leave your car back there, did you?
No, I didn't. I was able to move it.
Good.
Boy, you see Welch swinging at that one. You might want to throw away. He still had 0-2. Seemed like he was ready to swing at anything.
He's on the move here. Oh.
Slider down, and it's 1-2. There's a runner at first. It's Ethan Sancelli, the DH. Nobody out. We're in the top of the sixth inning. We're Mauldin lead by a run, 3-2. Benjamin and his first batter faced. It's Miles Welch, the left fielder. He's ahead 1-2 strikes. The pitch. Foul tipped, and it's held on by Brown, the catcher. Secures the first out of the sixth inning. And a strikeout of Welch. Good start from Benjamin in his relief appearance.
Excellent start by Benjamin coming into a tight contest, get the strikeout after the leadoff hit, and let's get two more.
Here's Daniel Zalesnik, the first baseman, bats seventh in the order for Mauldin, but he has had one heck of a game. He's 1 for 1, also has a sac fly RBI. There's a first pitch strike by Benjamin, low in the zone, but it caught it, and he's ahead 0-1.
Really surprised that their base runner still camped out on first, especially with so many off-speed pitches we've been throwing. I look for them to get moving here.
0-1 pitch, runner stays put. Ball is high. No, it's a delayed steal. Brown double pumped, and his throw does not get to Bice in time.
Why are we double pumping there?
Another stolen base for the Mavs. Puts a runner at second base with one out. Eagles still clinging on to a one-run lead. Landon Still cut it from 3-1 to 3-2 with a home run in the last half frame. Here's the 1-1 by Benjamin. Actually going to be thrown into center field as he tried to pick off the runner at second. Luckily, it was Sancelli who slid in head first. He could not take off to third.
Graham, that ball was thrown so poorly, I thought maybe it was part of a trick play that we had put in. Now would be the time for it.
Eagles down by a run. 1 out, runner at second for the Mavs. 1-1 pitch. That's hit the left field, a base hit. Landon still will get to it. The Mavs will hold their runner at third, Sancelli. And a single on the part of Zalesnik, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI today. They're now on the corners with 1 out. And C.J. Edwards, the center fielder, comes to the plate.
Yeah, that middle of the lineup has really done some damage here tonight for Mauldin. Really up and down their lineup, but the second hit for that young man. And good answer by Mauldin.
Still just 1 out. It's the lefty center fielder, Edwards. Runners on the corners. The pitch. Bunts, and it's a good one right in front of the mound. Benjamin will concede the run, throw to first, and he's not in time. Everybody's safe, and that makes it 4-2. And Chase Pridgeon will come out to protest the safe call. And I don't have a problem with this at all by Coach Pridgeon, because that was a borderline call.
Well, just a well-executed bunt. You couldn't have laid it down there any better. And Sam did his best to get there. Just doesn't quite have that quick twitch that you need to get it in and out and down the line. But I think it was a pretty good call. I mean, I hate to say it, but it looked safe to me. But just real impressed. Every time Greenwood tries to get back in the game, Mauldin has had the answer this week.
Makes it 4-2 for the Mavericks.
Runner still at first and second.
Still just 1 out. And a bunt single. Back-to-back single. Here's Cox. And he takes a strike. The catcher bats from the right side. First time he's faced Benjamin. He's got runners at first and second with 1 out, and the lead is back to 2 for the Mavs.
Good pitch that time by Sam.
Pitch. Foul ball. I think a balk was called. And Benjamin gets called for the balk. Runners now at second and third. Chase Pridgeon just come to protest, and the base umpire told him, nope, get back to the dugout. Well, he's having a doozy this inning.
Yeah, I did not see the balk. I wasn't looking. Of course, you have to come set there. So a big balk moves both the runners, as you said, Graham, into scoring position. So now it becomes imperative that Greenwood finds a couple of outs here without this lead swelling.
Still an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's fouled. Back by the catcher Cox and his 0-2. Well, the Eagles have had 2 balks this year, both of them against Mauldin at inopportune times. I'm not sure if a balk is ever going to be.
Yeah, opportune.
0-2. In the air to left center field, ranging towards the gap. The Eagles have plenty of speed. Jaden Adams, the center fielder, calls off Landon. It's deep enough to score another run. There's the second out of the inning. Good job to get to it to make the catch, but it's now 5-2 for the Mavs.
I hope they were communicating, because I thought they were going to run slam into each other. That would have been two of your best players going down on one play, but a big insurance run by the Mavs, and they have answered here in the top of the 6th.
They still have a runner at second. Back to the top of their order, Mirabelli. First pitch, ground ball to second. Bice will have it go under his glove into right field, and another run will score for the Mavs. It'll make it 6-2, and he's safe at second base.
Yeah, just a tough break.
The wheels have come off. 3-run, 6th inning.
Yeah, the wheels have come off, and you're presented with opportunities throughout the course of all games, and this team has just had trouble making the plays in the moment. Nobody feels worse than they do. They're out there trying hard. We're just not getting it done. when needed.
Now batting pitcher, number 13, Ethan Cooker.
Ethan Cooker is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Also drove in a run in the third inning. Now he's batting with 4 runs of cushion. Here's the pitch. That one tying away for ball 1 by Benjamin. 3 runs have come across in the 6th frame for Mauldin. They now lead 6-2. There's 2 outs. Runner at second. It's the 1-0 pitch by Sam Benjamin. A long stare and kicks and deals. Inside he missed, 2-0. Ethan Cooker at the plate for Mauldin, also the pitcher. He's done a good job today on the mound. He's given up just 2 runs, one of them a home run. And now Joe Benjamin will come chat with his little bro.
You know, of the 6 runs put on the scoreboard by the Mavericks, only 3 have been earned. So
there's been a ton of unearned runs this year by Eagle pitching.
yeah, that tends to happen a lot in high school baseball. But, yeah, it seems like we're on the upper end of that this season.
And a dangerous hitter here in a hitter's counts. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Left center field, hit well, but Landon still in there in the gap and makes the catch to end the inning. A good job by Landon to get a good jump on a hard hit fly ball by the lefty. And 3 runs come across for Mauldin. The Eagles have a lot of work to do in the next 2 frames. Stick with us on WZLA.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
Hey, Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalized service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles. County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the 6th from Eagle Park as Greenwood went into the 6th inning only down by 1 run, 3-2, and then 3 runs came across for the Mavs. And boy, it put a dark gloom around this Eagles team in that last inning. Seemed like they had some hope from the Landon Still home run to cut it to a 1-run game, and then all of that was diminished in that last inning.
Hey, you still got 6 outs to work with, Graham, and honestly, you get a couple of runners on, and all of a sudden the tying runs on deck. So that's kind of the way you got to approach it, and it's important to keep it to 4. I think 4 is kind of the magic number there, and that seems doable, and it starts right here with Rhett Brown. Let's get it going.
Yeah, the right-handed hitting catcher will lead off the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul, third base side. Ethan Cooker on the mound again for Mauldin. The starter trying to go the distance. Their starter on Tuesday, Brennan New, went 6 innings. Cooker trying to sing the same song. He's ahead 0-1 to Rhett Brown. Leading off the inning. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. Also hit off home plate and low. 6-2, Mavericks have the lead over the Eagles. What has been a tightly contested ball game. Eagles still trying to chip away. The 1-1. Sky high fly ball. It'll stay on the infield dirt for the second baseman, Romp, to make the catch, and there's 1 down.
Yeah, Cooker's pitched well tonight. I said at the top of the broadcast that maybe this wasn't quite the beast that we saw Tuesday night, and I don't think it is, but Cooker has found a way to get outs, and he's pitched extremely well. And you know, part of it, too, is our struggles offensively really continue against really solid pitchers or pitching.
Jamison Pate bats from the right side. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, and he's down 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. A 6-2 Mauldin lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Cooker deals. There's a called strike. Pate looked at it at the knees. And Cooker, who moves quickly, already ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Upstairs with a ball. Good take by Jamison Pate. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the 1-2 offered. Low and away. 2-2. Arm side miss on the part of the lefty Cooker on the mound for Mauldin. From the wind, he will step off. Pate looking to get going. 2-2. Low for ball 3. Good at bat drawn in here by Jamison Pate, who was down 0-2. He's worked it back to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on in the 6th. Cooker is set. Here's the step off again. All right, let's see if they decide on a sign. This time, Pate chimes in with the time called.
And in case you're wondering, Cooker's up to his 88th pitch.
And another step off. Not on the same page with his catcher. Finally brings the 3-2. Ball 4 away. What an at-bat from Pate, who was quickly down 0-2. And he got a walk. That's a good sign. Maybe Cooker showing some fatigue. The key for Greenwood now is you got to get to the bullpen. There is no other option.
Yeah, the only way to get to the bullpen is you got to get guys on base.
Yep.
So, yeah, you're exactly right. But, let's use our last 5 outs wisely. Luke could make it interesting with 1 swing as well.
Luke had a soft hit single his last time up, and a pickoff move to first. Unsuccessful as Pate was ready for it. Still waiting on that patent Luke Godwin line drive. Now would be a great time. Here's the pitch. He found it back off the catcher's gear for strike 1. He chased one off the plate. Like a changeup from Cooker.
He loves this park, so especially left field. Let's see if he can get a hold of one and make it a 2-run game.
Pickoff move to first, and Pate slides in safe.
We've been playing catch-up all night, haven't we?
We have. Pate without a stolen base this year. Luke at the plate, no balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled back by Godwin. Just a little off with his timing. That one was left over the middle of the zone by Cooker, and you could tell Luke a little frustrated after he fouled that one back. 6-2 Mauldin. There's 1 out in the 6th. A runner on for the Eagles, but Godwin's down. No balls and 2 strikes. The lefty deals the pitch. Called strike 3. That sits down Godwin with a backwards K. And then there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. The Eagles have a base runner at first. They are running out of outs as Tristan Lewis will come to the dish.
Can't take them with you, though. Let's use them all, guys. Hey, you're still in this ball game. Just momentum can turn very quickly in high school baseball.
Tristan Lewis trying to keep his hit streak alive. He has popped up twice today. And he fouls that one back over the screen. 2 outs, 1 runner on, 4-run lead for the Mavs. Tristan Lewis, I mentioned he's 0 for 2. He's popped up twice to the first baseman in foul territory. Well, he hit the ball on the button Tuesday a couple times. Had some line drive outs. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, kicks away near the feet of Lewis, and Cox got to it quickly. Pate stays put at first. Tristan Lewis, the right-handed hitting right fielder, the 1-1. Swinging a foul out of play towards the right side.
Boy, you think when he figures it out offensively, this park would not be able to contain his power. Got some people listening or watching?
Thank you, Ms. Dee from Destin, Florida.
Destin?
We wish we were there with you. Here's the 1-2. That's a ground ball, softly hit third base line. It's going to trickle foul. Boy, Tristan was already at the first base bag by the time that went foul.
He was.
You have to make the long walk back to the batter's box and receive another 1-2 pitch. How about Ben Jalmer in Myrtle Beach?
All these people at the beach. So Didi's in Destin and Ben's in Myrtle. Dirty Myrtle? Or did he say? Yeah, Myrtle Beach, you said?
He said MB, so
oh, okay.
I'm assuming that's Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
One ball and 2 strikes to Tristan with 2 outs and a 6-2 deficit. Cooker deals. That's popped up to center field, shallow, parachuting down, and it's caught by the center fielder Edwards. And that'll end the frame. Well, the Eagles leave 1 on the base path. They still trail by 4. The 7th inning when we come back. You're listening to Greenwood Baseball on WZLA.
Thanks, Bob. Well, today's forecast is a chiller. Looks like we can see record lows in the living room and the dining room, while the kitchen is going to stay cold until late in the evening. All 3 bedrooms will be freezing, with only occasional warmth from the fireplace to provide little relief.
Living room turning into an icebox? We'll be right there. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, we're always on time, or you don't pay it time. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourheatandair.com. Each location independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Mauldin 6, Greenwood 2 as we go to the top of the 7th inning.
It ain't over till it's over, as they say, and Greenwood needs to find some late offense in this one, but been really impressed with Mauldin in this 2-game series this week. I think they pitched the ball well. They made the plays when they've had to. Defensively, they're solid, and just a real fundamentally sound baseball team that probably will finish in the middle of the pack in the region.
Yeah, right now they are 5th in the region. They're vying for their 3rd win in 5A Region 1. When J.L. Mann trying to go for the sweep at Woodmont today, that would be a pretty big upset. First pitch of the inning, right up the middle, ripped into center field by Brennan New, and he leads off the 7th with a base hit.
Yeah, a lot of confidence stemming from that Mauldin dugout now, and rightfully so. And been impressed with New. He's going to be a heck of a player as just a sophomore.
Well, he was mowing down the Eagles' batting order on Tuesday. That's his first hit today. He's 1 for 4. Here comes Brandon Romp, the second baseman. The pitch. Well, that missed badly, but a great backhand stab by the catcher, Rhett Brown, to keep New at bay at first. 6-2 Mavericks, 4-run lead. They scored 3 times in the last 6th inning. New is at first base, leaning towards second. Stays put. The pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1. Nice fastball by the part of Sam Benjamin into Brandon Romp. He's got 2 doubles this series and 3 total hits. 2 for 4 on Tuesday, 1 for 3 so far today. The 1-1, runner takes off, swing and a miss, and the throw from Brown goes all the way into right center field, but this has to be some interference by our batter here.
Yeah, this will be batter interference for sure.
Runner's going to go all the way back to first, and the umpires have no clue what's going on. So runner will go back to first. It's now 1-2 count.
Batter's out.
And the batter's out because of the interference. So that creates the first outs of the frame. Fortunate. We'll give up to Ethan Sancelli, the DH. So Brennan New thought he was going to go to third. Now he's at first. Ethan Sancelli, the DH, will dig in. After the batter's interference, there's one away. Righty-righty matchup, and the pitch. In there for a called strike. Fastball at the knees by Benjamin.
Good pitch. You never have enough runs. I'm sure Mauldin would love to push across another insurance run.
Let's see if New tries to take off again. Got a great jump and would have stolen the bag. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. And it's 0-2, and New did take off.
What you got playing this weekend, Graham?
I'm going to go down to Greenville tomorrow, catch some of the Elite Eight action.
Oh, wow.
Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Take the family down to Reedy Falls.
Okay.
Make a day of it.
That sounds fun. You got a particular place you like to go to up there? Or just uptown?
I like to gatekeep, you know?
Yeah,
I've already reserved my spot tomorrow at 5:30 for this particular watering hole. 0-2. Fouled back, and we'll do it again.
I think I may try to get down to Landers game. They're playing the series
at Aiken, yeah.
At Aiken, so they were winning last I heard. Let me jump on here and see if I can get an update.
Benjamin's ahead, 0-2 to Sancelli, the DH. Bats from the right side. Brandon New is the runner at first. 0-2 pitch. Outside with a slider for ball one. 6-2 Mavs. We were in a tight contest at the end of the fifth inning. Landon still hit a home run to make it a 3-2 ball game, and then Mauldin responded just like they have been doing every game this series. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Benjamin gets the K, his first of his relief appearance, and there's 2 outs with a runner at first.
Nice pitch by Sam. You never know.
Takes care of Sancelli. Here comes Miles Welch. He had a double he banged in the 4th inning. Fly out and a strikeout other than that. Another right-hander versus right-hander matchup. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. High and away for ball one on a first pitch fastball from Sam. Eagles still trailing by 4 runs, but they've got 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th. Runner at first for Mauldin and a 1-0 count to Welch, who's at the plate.
Bearcats up 12-7.
That pitch is just off the plate. Runner takes off, and an easy stolen base for Brennan New. Two outs, a runner at second now. And a 2-ball count into Miles Welch. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, another fastball that missed the zone by Benjamin. Welch was the man to walk it off in the 8th inning on Tuesday down in Mauldin at McNair Field. Excuse me, not McNair Field, McLean Field. McNair Field is in Forest City.
Okay.
Here's the 3-0. And there's ball 4 downstairs. Runners at first and second after the walk for the Mavericks. And that might close the book on Sam Benjamin.
Let's see how many pitches Sam's up to now. We may need him. We got another busy week next week with 3 games.
Yep, we go to North Augusta.
We get Greenville home and home.
It'll be Jaden Adams who's going to come in and pitch. Landon Still is going to move to center field. And Ben Bundrick comes back into the game to play left. 6-2, Mauldin have a lead with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. They have runners at first and second, and we're going to see Jaden Adams pitch for the first time in what seems like forever. He pitched against Greenville.
Yeah. Pitched in the opening.
In the Palmetto Spring Classic.
Tournament.
So the 3rd game of the year he pitched in, and now we're in game 12, and this is his 2nd appearance.
Pitch well. Got a good arm.
He did. He went 4 innings and got the win. So in his only start this year, which is his only appearance, he's 1-0, and Jaden Adams will grace the mound when we come back. It's Mauldin 6 and Greenwood High 2 in the 7th inning on WZLO.
Hey, Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles! County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now, thanks, Bob. Well, today's forecast is a chiller. Looks like we can see record lows in the living room and the dining room, while the kitchen is going to stay cold until late in the evening. All 3 bedrooms will be freezing, with only occasional warmth from the fireplace to provide little relief.
Living room turning into an icebox? We'll be right there. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, we're always on time or you don't pay a dime. Call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourheatandair.com. Each location independently owned and operated. Licensed in their respective state or county.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Back here at Eagle Park, Jaden Adams on the mound. He is going to face the first baseman, Zalesnik. His first pitch of his relief appearance is a check swing that's called for a ball. No appeal down to the base ump. 1-0 for Adams. He's inheriting 2 base runners and 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Greenwood down by 4. Mauldin leading 6-2. The right-hander from the stretch. Adams delivers the 1-0. And the first baseman takes the ball high. Zalesnik at the plate today has had a great game. He's 2 for 2 and also had a sac fly RBI in the 4th. Adams has delivered high the first 2 pitches, and the next one is upstairs again. That's 3-0, and the same spot has been the missing zone for Adams.
Think he's a little amped up out there.
He's played a great center field today. Made some big-time catches. 3-0 pitch. Downstairs. Over-adjusted, and now the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks, one by Benjamin, which closed the book on him, and then Jaden delivered a first pitch ball, and the bases are loaded to C.J. Edwards, the center fielder, who just had a single his last time up in the 6th. Greenwood needing 1 out to send it to the home half of the 7th and try and start a rally.
Yeah, you need to get this out here, obviously, and keep it within striking distance. You never know what can happen, but any more runs you feel like would be a little too much to overcome.
Edwards batting from the left side, bases loaded. 6-2 lead for the Mavericks with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. The pitch from Adams. There's ball 1, high and away. Jaden has delivered 5 straight balls on 5 pitches in his relief appearance. Looking for that strike. Here it is. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's what he needed right there. It's a tough situation to come into, but if anyone can do it, Jaden can do it.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. Adams is set. The 1-1. High and tight. Nearly took out the elbow of Edwards, the lefty at the plate, and it's ball 2. Adams is set. Glove at his chest, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. That one he brushed on the inside, and Edwards missed every stitch. The center fielder digs back into the lefty's batter's box. Adams has a 2-2 counts. Here's the pitch. Just missed inside corner. He wanted that call, didn't get it. Now runners will get a head start. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The most exciting play in baseball.
Here we go.
Something's going to happen. Jaden Adams is set. The payoff. fouled off the end of the bat down the third base line.
Little nubber.
Yeah, you're hoping that one didn't have some funky spin and didn't somehow land fair, because that's how this series has gone for Greenwood.
The Mauldin base runner almost killed it for us by reaching down and touching it.
We'll do the 3-2 again, but Adams will step off. And looks like he'll ask for a new baseball. 6-2 Mauldin. They have the bases juiced right now. And if you're Greenwood, it's pretty much a must to keep this at a 4-run game, because you could potentially tie it on one swing of the bat, which is the position you want to be in.
Yes.
And maybe here, if Adams can get out of this with the bases loaded, a spark of momentum could surge for the Eagles. The 3-2 popped up foul.
A good battle brewing here between Edwards and Adams.
This could be a big part of this game if Greenwood are able to start a rally. Adams needing to get out of the top of the 7th. There's 2 outs. Bases loaded. He's set. Deals the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. A big strikeout for Adams. And maybe that is the momentum the Eagles need. Down by 4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Stick with us for the Eagle Rally when we come back on WZLS.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with the 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Heirs, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asvlawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Seventh inning from Eagle Park, bottom half of the 7th. The Eagles are down by 4 runs, 6-2. But the good news is they have finally made it to the bullpen. Ethan Cooker will be sit down after 6 innings of 2-run ball. He'll give it over to Jacob Howe, the first time we're seeing him. The short righty finishing up his warm-up tosses, as Greenwood will send 8, 9, and 1 in the order for this bottom of the 7th inning, down by 4. Greenwood were walked off by Mauldin on Tuesday in 8 innings in a low-scoring affair, 2-1. Looking to change their fortunes here. They'll start with Will Bice.
Gonna go with the rally cap.
He's got to change up some mojo here.
Change up something.
Now in the bottom of the 7th, 6-2. And Jacob Howe, the new righty on the mound for the Mavericks. Pitch to Bice. In there for a called strike right down the middle.
Yeah, good pitch. Their pitchers have been impressive. They throw strikes.
Bice leading off the frame. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's down 0-2. Howe trying to secure the win in the final 3 outs for the Mavericks. He's got a good start from the line. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Outside corner. Bice is sat down.
And folks, that's how you do it. You come in relief and strike out your first batter with 3 straight pitches. Impressive start by Howe.
Howe getting straight to business. Facing Ben Bundrick now. Here's the pitch, and he misses on the glove side.
You just thought that was a uniform. That's a business suit.
The righty Bundrick at the plate. Takes high and tight, and there's ball 2.
All right. Hang around, hang around.
Bottom of the 7th. Greenwood down 6-2. There's 2 balls, no strikes to Bundrick. Swing and a miss. Base is clear with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Righty-righty matchup. Howe set the pitch. Line drive that is going to go on the ground and through the dive into center field. Mirabelli, the shortstop, nearly made a great play. A good hit by Ben Bundrick right up the middle. And a base runner for the Eagles, what they were desperately needing. Back to the top of the order to Landon Still.
Back to the top of the order, number 1.
Yeah, nice play by the shortstop. Just couldn't quite get it, but good hit by Ben. That's an impressive hit.
It's his 5th hit of the season. And now Landon Still has a home run earlier in the game. To the plate now. 1 on, 1 out in the 7th. Eagles down by 4. He shows bunt and pops it up foul. And it is caught by Coach Benjamin at the top step of the Eagles dugout.
Tom Landon just trying to find a way to help his team. He saw the third baseman behind the bag, and opportunity to give us another base runner. If you're wondering why he's bunting in this situation, I mean, we need base runners. Pass the bat, right?
Keep the line moving. Landon Still the lefty facing the righty Howe. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive, caught by the first baseman on a line, and there is the second out. Zielinski put his glove out there, and the Pearl found it. We're 2 away, and the runner stays put it first. Good job by Bundrick not to get doubled off.
Great play by their first baseman, Rob Landon, of his 3rd hit tonight, and sometimes you just got to tip your cap. That's kind of how our night's been.
Jaden Adams, the last hope to keep the line moving. Here's the pitch. Slider bounces to the plate. Ben Bundrick at first, Jaden Adams at the plate. And a 6-2 7th inning lead for Mauldin. They're an out away from sweeping the Eagles. Boy, this would be huge for their momentum moving forward. 1-0 pitch. Between the wickets of the catcher Cox, Ben Bundrick will advance 90 feet to second. A runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Eagles down by 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And Jaden Adams is ahead 2 balls, no strikes. Bentley Setzler, Rhett Brown are the next 2 in the order. Pitch in there for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike to Jaden Adams. Jaden 1 for 3 today. He's got 1 hit in the series. The righty awaits the 2-1. Downstairs for a ball. It's 3 balls and a strike. Jaden's got to be very selective here. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jacob Howe is set, pitching with a 4-run lead in the 7th. Here it is. Ball 4, just missed the outside. And now the Eagles have runners at first and second.
Nice job by Jaden. Not chasing anything, even with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And then all of a sudden, Greenwood has the tying run on deck.
And a mound visit. Trying to halt some momentum for the Eagles as...
Yeah, and you also want to talk to your pitcher. Look, man, we're up 4. Throw strikes. If he hits it, he hits it. But we don't want to walk the tying run up to the plate. So that's when you just tell him that, what do you feel good with? What do you trust right now? And throw that pitch.
Well, Bentley's already taken a walk in the game. He also has a double, which came in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 today. He's taken 9 walks this year. That's more than any other Eagle. Of course, third base is the only unoccupied base. And Rhett Brown, who's on deck, has the only grand slam for Greenwood.
Yeah, and that's a great mound visit, honestly, by their guy, and just to remind him of that. And if you're a kid, you're not thinking about that. You're looking at the scoreboard. You're up 6-2, but you're 4 bad pitches away from putting the tying run in the box.
Runners at first and second. Eagles down to their final outs. And Bentley Setzler bats in the right-hander's batter's box. Howe is set. Here's the pitch. And he got a strike call on the outside with a first pitch off speed. Eagles have 2 base runners on in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, down by 4. Here's the 0-1. Below the knees to Setzler for ball.
Good discipline that time by Bentley.
Ball and a strike. Inside and missed. 2 balls and a strike. That one brushed Bentley off the plate.
Yep, and if you're Bentley, seize the moment. You got a hitter's count right here.
Pressure pitch for Howe. He delivers. That's a flare to shallow right. The first baseman calls everybody off, and that ends the ball game as he makes the catch 1 step into the outfield grass. And the Mavericks complete the sweep. They win 6-2 here at Eagle Park.
Yeah, good game by Mauldin to come in after the extra inning game on Tuesday night. I thought they were prepared. They were focused. Easy to have a letdown. That didn't happen, and they came in here and got a big W.
Greenwood now fall to 1-5 in region play, and they get swept by Mauldin in their 12th game of the year. They're now 5-7 and 5 games behind first place, and 2-2 here at home. For Mauldin, this is their first road win of the year. They're now 1-3 away from home, and they got a good start from Ethan Cooker. He went 6 innings, and then Jacob Howe shut the door. He had 2 base runners, but did not give up a run in the 7th as Greenwood fall to Mauldin by a final score of 6-2.
Yeah, tough outing. But, again, just really good pitching by the Mavericks. And, they played well, coached well, executed well. So that's why they are winners of this series this week.
All right, let's get straight into the Brian Schock postgame report brought to you by State Farm agent Brian Schock. Well, Greenwood had their chances, and they had a 3-2 ball game right where they wanted it in the 6th inning, or the 5th inning where Landon Still had that hit. They only went into the 6th down by 1, and that's where Mauldin took control with a 3-run 6th inning. They put together 9 hits. They only had 1 error, and they beat the Eagles 6-2. Well, the Eagles had multi-hits from Landon Still, and that's it. They got Jaden Adams, who had a hit and a walk. So did Bentley Setzler. And then Luke Godwin, Will Bice, and Ben Bundrick all had hits. Bentley Setzler had a double, and, of course, the home run for Landon Still, which made it a 3-2 game, and then Mauldin took charge ever since then. Will Bice got the start, went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. 2 of them were earned. No walks and only 1 strikeout. Sam Benjamin came in, gave up 1 earned run, 2 total, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk in his inning and 2/3. And then Adams got 1 out. He also had a walk and a strikeout. For them on the mound, it was Ethan Cooker. 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, just 1 earned run. It was the homer by Landon Still. He struck out 6 and walked 2. And then Jacob Howe came in to shut the door to get the win for Mauldin. He went 1 inning in the 7th, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout on 18 pitches. Cooker, their starter, threw 96. For Bice, he threw 73. Benjamin went up to 31, and then Adams got 1 out on 12 pitches to end things for them. They got multi-hits from their pitcher, Ethan Cooker. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI today, and then Zalesnik, their first baseman, was 2 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. And this Mauldin team's good. They came into this series just the same as Greenwood. They had got swept by T.L. Hennon. They split with Hillcrest, but they put Greenwood even further down in the region hole as the sweep for the Mavs gives them 500 in region play. They're 3-3, and Greenwood fall to 1-5 with a lot of work to do.
A lot of baseball left, though, Graham. But, yeah, absolutely big series for Mauldin. This is a series that they can look back upon and maybe the series that could put them in the playoffs. But if you're Greenwood, look, they don't give trophies for how you start. And, You drop your first 3 region series, you got to find a way. This is a team that's not void of talent. They have talent, but we got to start winning some big moments in the games, and we got to cut down on mistakes, and we've got to get our guys playing with some confidence and putting runs on the board. I mean, we got to have some guys hitting up and down the lineup, and until that happens, this team's going to continue to struggle. I don't anticipate this to last all season, but we're 12 games in, and it's time to get going. And tough week this week, but the beauty of baseball, you get another opportunity next week. We got 3 more games, and they're all winnable. But the margins in this region is so small. If you don't come to play on any given night, you're going to find yourself on the short stick. So, tough night tonight, tough week for the Eagles, but got to bounce back. You got to grow from it.
Only 4 region series left, and next week we play 3 games against teams that Greenwood have at least 1 win against this year. We beat Greenville earlier in the year in the tournament at TL Hanna. We actually run-ruled Greenville, not that that means anything heading into this series, and then we go to North Augusta on Wednesday. So the schedule next week will be at home Tuesday for April the 1st against Greenville, and then the next day we'll go at North Augusta on that Wednesday, and then we'll end at Greenville on Friday. That'll be a good Friday night contest down at Greenville, and we'll be on the radios for North Augusta and Greenville on Wednesday and Friday, and then Tuesday, the next game, will be right here on the YouTube stream and on WZLA from Eagle Park. As the Eagles look to turn the page and forget about this series loss to Mauldin. They still got a lot of ball to be played. Greenville is also 1-4 in region play. There's a chance that they lost. There's a good chance they lost to Easley today, which would have them tied for last place with Greenwood, which makes that series ultra important. The bottom barrel teams that are trying to work their way up. But the good news for Greenwood is they still have series against J.O. Mann, Easley, and Woodmont. Yes, they're all 3 of those are good teams,
solid teams.
But they're all winnable.
They're all winnable.
And those are, you get one of those series, and maybe the rest will start to take care of itself as the Eagles try and backdoor their way into some postseason ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, but it starts by just winning series, and it starts next week against a team that
starts Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get out of the bottom of the region, and a team you've handled once, and you got to go out and execute and find a way to get 2 wins next week, hopefully 3 against North Augusta, and then just kind of build upon that. But like I said, this team is not void of talent. We're just not playing up to our potential at this particular time of the season.
And they only have a couple days to put it together because right here on Tuesday, if you can't take care of Greenville, the last thing you want to do, and it's really no other way to put it, it would be a nightmare situation to go to Greenville Friday already 1-6 in region play.
Yeah, we don't want to think about that. We want to get better in each outing. But I think one positive that came out of this week is, and Will Bice pitched well here tonight.
Oh, yes.
But, you got Will Bice who performed well here tonight. Tristan Lewis, who started the other night, pitched well. So you feel like you added some depth in your pitching rotation for next week.
And we kept the ball in the yard tonight, and Landon still had the one home run.
Yeah, that was the only home run of the game. So, and Landon's hit back-to-back home runs in consecutive games. So kudos to him. He's hitting the ball well, and I hope that continues.
Yeah, the Eagles have 6 homers as a team this year, and we're going to need some more long balls as we get later into region play. Good news is that we're going to see at least all these teams once here at Eagle Park. Well, that could be good news or bad news, depending on how the game flow goes. Still a lot of ball to be played.
Absolutely.
But there has to be a lot of winning that has to be done in the next couple of weeks. Well, stick with us for Tuesday. We'll be back here on the YouTube and on the radio against a Greenville team, which the Eagles beat earlier this year back on March the 5th, 12-2 at TL Hanna. So see if our fortunes will reign true in that one. For Jim Still, I'm Graham Simpson signing off from Eagle Park. We'll send it back to the studio to Dave Solomon. The final score, Mauldin 6, Greenwood 2. We'll be with you on Tuesday as the Eagles take on the Red Raiders. Until then, so long and go Eagles.
Hey Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles! County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Now, thanks, Bob. Well, today's forecast is a chiller. Looks like we can see record lows in the living room and the dining room, while the kitchen is going to stay cold until late in the evening. All three bedrooms will be freezing, with only occasional warmth from the fireplace to provide little relief.
Living room turning into an icebox? We'll be right there. At 1 hour heating and air conditioning, we're
always on time, or you don't pay a dime.
Call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourheatandair.com. Each location independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with a 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels. Upgrade your laundry room with a washer that helps you handle the pre-wash and washing process all in one place. Find this at Stiefel's Appliance, 710 Montague Avenue in Greenwood, the Lakeland's only full-service appliance dealer.
You work hard for your family, your assets, and your home. Do you have a will? At Heirs, Smith Deal, and Bettis, we can help you devise a plan to determine who will inherit and control what you've worked your whole life for. We specialize in last will and testament, durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and probate administration. Visit asblawfirm.com or call 864-229-1947 and schedule your consultation today. That's 864-229-1947.
Hey Greenwood High fans and proud Eagles community. It's David Tompkins, proud parent of a Greenwood High School Eagle. I'm reminding you that just like the football team, we all need coaching and support to succeed in everything we do, and that includes running a business. At County Bank, we offer you personalised service that you won't find at other banks. Stop by this week and talk to one of our local bankers to learn what we can do for you, and let's win together. Go Eagles! County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At McCoy Ford, we believe a dealership should be more than just a place to buy a car. It should be a cornerstone of the community. It's our people who make the difference. From the moment you walk through our doors, you'll experience genuine care and a commitment to helping you find the right vehicle for your needs. We are proud to give back, supporting local schools, charities, and events because this community is our driving force. At McCoy Ford, we're not just here for today. We are here for the road ahead. McCoy Ford, driven by integrity. Please visit us at mccoyford.com.
Now, thanks, Bob. Well, today's forecast is a chiller. Looks like we can see record lows in the living room and the dining room, while the kitchen is going to stay cold until late in the evening. All three bedrooms will be freezing, with only occasional warmth from the fireplace to provide little relief.
Living room turning into an icebox? We'll be right there. At 1 hour heating and air conditioning, we're
always on time, or you don't pay a dime.
Call 855-1-HOUR.